Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you all a quick update on Bitcoin. Right now we're at $10,448. Basically, guys, what we're going to do today, we're going to look at that upside, and we're going to look at the downside, and we're going to see if Bitcoin has the potential to maybe get up to around that $12,000 area, or if we're going to start heading back down and start testing some of these areas a little bit lower, maybe around that $9,000, $9,100 area. So there's some key things we're going to get into today, guys. If you like these videos, you like these quick updates, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll dig right into this. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Just want to get these out as fast as I can to you. So what we're looking at now, we're really wedged between a key area. This orange moving average here, guys, is our 20 EMA, and you can see that's acting as overhead resistance. If I can zoom in here for you just so you can see this. And then what we're having as support is this 50-day moving average. So what's happening is we're getting wedged between these two, and the candles are getting very small. Whenever you see the candles getting very small, that means a potential breakout is going to happen. Now, we can't say if it's going to be to the upside or the downside. We're going to have to wait for that confirmation. But we're seeing all the signs. The candles are getting small. The volume starting to tail off. As you can see, the volume starting to decrease right there. And that's what happens before we have that breakout. Am I saying it's going to happen today? I'm not, because, guys, we could have another day or two where we have small candles in here before we eventually break to the upside there and potentially can challenge that $12,000 range, as well as this yellow trend line that I have overhead, which is going to be a key one that we need to break out of. Or if we're going to start dropping down through this 50-day moving average and come down here and test maybe around that 94.08, then ultimately down here around that $9,097 is what I'd be looking at. And that would be going off this area where we had this bullish harami pattern and we had nice follow through until we wicked up to this 20 EMA and saw some rejection. So guys, next what I wanted to point out to you here. So those are my upside target. If we break to the upside here, we're going to look at around $12,000. To the downside, we're going to be looking at around that $9,100. What I do like about Bitcoin, has been stronger than many of the other coins, is that it's still up above the 50 moving average, still up above the 100 and the 200. As you all know, I really like to play moving averages as support and resistance, and they're also going to tell you the trend that we're in. And the trend right now is still up, so pay attention to that, guys. Also here on the RSI, we're looking to see if we can potentially have an RSI trend line break out of here to the upside. That's what we need, guys. We've been having lower highs and lower lows here. We need to get a nice clean break out of there if we do want to move to the upside. We're at 48, so we have plenty of room to move to the upside or the downside. We're sitting in that neutral territory right now, so we want to keep our eyes out on that. Next one here, we're going to go through a few different indicators, guys. These are my favorite ones that I like to use. Next one, we're going to use the awesome oscillator here, and what you can see is we're starting to have that bullish factor play here on the histogram. So basically, guys, you just treat this awesome oscillator like a histogram, and you can see that it's starting to tick to the positive. So that is a good sign there for Bitcoin on the awesome oscillator. So we'll call that a little bit more bullish here. The next one I want to get into is our stock RSI. Our stock RSI, we're at 34 and 35 right now, so we're slightly above that oversold territory right now. It's looking like we potentially could have a bearish cross to the downside here, but we're going to have to pay attention, because remember, guys, sometimes just like up here, you can come down, you can start to get that cross, then you can pop back up. So you always want to wait for confirmation, but we're in that area to where we definitely could still move to the upside. We have plenty of room up here to move, because we dropped so hard and so fast and aggressive here that, guys, there's not a lot of resistance now to make it up on the backside. And also, I want you to pay attention to things like this. So do you see how this is a bearish engulfing candle of this candle here? And it also happened with that stochastic cross on big volume. That was the time to exit right there, and be very patient, guys. That's what I like to look for, at least stochastic crosses to the downside as well as to the upside with candle formations like hammer candles or bearish or bullish engulfing candles. Those are the things I like to see to the upside and the downside with confirmation of the candle pattern, stochastic crosses, moving averages, trend line breaks. Those are the things that I like to do, and I like to put those odds in my favor, because remember, this game's all about putting the odds in your favor. All right, so here, guys, on the MACD, we're starting to have a positive MACD move right here. You can see it's starting to gain a little bit of strength to the upside. It looks like we may potentially get a little hook, a little cross there, but is not confirmed yet. So right now is still that time, in my opinion, to be patient and wait to see which side we break out to, and also look for that volume. Because, guys, if say we have an upside break but it's not on a lot of volume, a lot of the times that will be a false break or a 5% failure, one of those different types of things. Same with to the downside there. Now, downside, you don't have to have as much volume as you do for an upside break, because because naturally the market wants to fall under its own weight. So you can have downside breakouts without the significant volume like you'd have to have for the bullish case. So always be aware of that, but it can break out on serious volume to the downside as well, which would even confirm that it's a stronger downtrend. So volume plays a really key factor, guys, and you really have to put volume in your corner and know what you're looking for with volume. The next one I want to go to here is our Bollinger Bands. And with our Bollinger Bands, we're basically right below this middle band. So we're still in that neutral territory. And that's where I said, guys, with these candles getting small, we're waiting for that break. We're being patient, and we're going to wait for that break, and we're going to see what happens. Now, if you're already in your position, then you just want to be patient, and you want to have those stop losses in place so you can protect yourself if we do have a big dump to the downside. That's what I like to do, at least, guys. I really feel like this space, you definitely need to use some stop losses because things can really move so hard, so fast, and so aggressive. I mean, we've seen Bitcoin go up or down $5,000 in the matter of 5 minutes before. So you really need to protect yourself. You have to have a plan. That's what I can't overemphasize. But with this yellow trend line right here, guys, this is going to be something that we do eventually need to break out of if we can move to the upside. And that trend line break there, say we do get that trend line break, that could be significant to really take us up into some higher numbers for Bitcoin, because trend line breaks, a lot of the times, guys, you'll see them break 30, 40, sometimes even upwards of 50%, depending on how long the trend line is. The longer the trend line, the more aggressive the break's going to be to the upside or the downside. Okay, so guys, just wanted to give you a quick one here. I'm being patient. I'm waiting to see which way we're going to break here, because truly anything can happen. But my upside target is going to be around that $12,000, that yellow trend line, and this red overhead resistance area right there. And then to the downside, we would be looking roughly around that 3,100 or so. So if you guys like these videos, like them quick like this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you all being here with me today. I'm hoping to get maybe 1 or 2 videos out today. So God bless you all and take care, my friends.